If you are a front-end developer, you should prepare for some more pain, because it doesn't look like the JavaScript chaos is going to slow down anytime soon. React shot itself in the foot while selling its soul to Vercel, Angular tries to mingle with the cool kids while going through a midlife crisis, and new frameworks are still popping up on a weekly basis. And, in this context, it's only natural for Remix to also go through some major changes. While you might be rolling your eyes, the motivation behind these updates is actually pretty interesting. Let me explain. If you are not familiar with it, Remix is a fascinating use case because it started as a paid framework. Back in October 2020 when it launched, Remix had a $250 fee for individuals, and even the documentation was behind a paywall. Then, in October 2021, Remix raised $3 million in seed funding and announced plans to open source the framework under the MIT license. But fast forward to 2025, when the dev team announced they were putting the framework on pause because Remix had basically become just a fancy wrapper around the React router. And that creates an identity crisis. The team merged Remix's best ideas directly into React Router v7, calling it framework mode. And to be fair, it kind of worked. React Router is now actually really good. It supports React Server components, server-only routes, loaders, actions, and all the full-stack plumbing Remix was known for. And, more importantly, major companies are using it. And this raises the obvious question. If React Router is Remix now, what the hell is Remix? Well, that's where things get weird and interesting at the same time. Remix 3 isn't just a new version, it's a completely new direction that's no longer built on top of React. Instead, they chose Preact with no other critical dependencies. And that's a pretty big deal. The Remix team says they want to own the full stack and stop leaning on layers of abstraction they don't control. That means moving away from compile-time magic, bundler quirks, and frameworks built on frameworks built on frameworks. It's also a hint that they might not be happy with this new weird phase React is going through. Instead, they're aiming for something faster, smaller, simpler, and way closer to the web. So the new Remix isn't trying to be just another React framework, it's aiming to be a modular toolkit with everything from first-class database drivers to its own component library. The idea is to build something that's not only lighter and faster, but also easier for AI to reason about. Yep, you heard it right. They're designing this thing for LLMs, and with Angular doing pretty much the same thing these days, the writing is on the wall. We should all start considering switching careers to raising chickens. Model-first development is becoming a core principle these days, which means that everything from the abstractions to the source code is optimized to be easily understood and manipulated by AI. Remix is also going all in on web APIs with no weird custom layers and no opinionated compiler phases. It'll only be JavaScript and the browser. But things might not be all sunshines and rainbows. None of this is actually shipped yet, so there's no public preview, no real docs, and nothing you can npm install today. So while the direction is interesting, the execution still has to prove itself. And yes, I agree that some of the principles sound like they came out of a manifesto. But maybe that's what we need, because let's face it, modern web dev has gotten really bloated. If Remix can deliver a lighter, more coherent, truly full-stack experience without the overhead, then it might actually be onto something. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and until next time, thanks for watching.